samples
Can't see
and
'em. Oh, there.
put them up on a wall essentially and sort of debate and have some collaborative, combative conversation,
Really about it.
right? To decide what's going to work best with what. And I think we all immediately could see some magic happening. I know that there are some stories tonight that I fought really hard to see pairings put together, and I know the rest of us did that as well. And I can speak from experience that working with someone new can be, I don't know, a little scary. It can push you into areas that you're not comfortable with. In fact, I got to meet two really great writers the past 2 years, and was super, super happy to work on the project. I'm hoping that I'll do it again next year. So, without further ado, I'd love to introduce the two creators for the next story, Blood Fortune. So Jake and Eric, let's get to these bios here. So Jake Scholl was born in Boise, Idaho in 1991. When he isn't writing, he's playing tabletop games, on long walks, listening to heavy metal, and I'd love to know who he listens to, watching movies, and ingesting books and comics like a madman. And I think some of us do that as well. This is his second published comic story. In addition to comics, he's currently working on the sequel to his novel, Blade of the Broken, which I believe is available for sale on this table later on. Was that me or you? Fantastic. So Eric, standing at attention, has been cartooning since the 90s and continues today with his Bohica Blues webcomic, which reflects on experiences he had during the Iraq War. He also spends time playing with his dogs and riding his motorcycle. So I'd really love to have the two of you come up here and say a little something if you don't mind.
Go behind her. He's alright. You're alright. I might just walk up there, Nick. You're fine. You're gonna just have to give him the mic.
You can take that off the stand for a little bit.
My name is Jake Scholl. Sorry, let me move your microphone. My name is Jake Scholl, and I wrote the story Blood Fortune. The story comes from my extreme fascination with sci-fi films, like Star Wars, the original Blade Runner. Hope the new one's good. And the Tron series. And another big influence was the old British Judge Dredd comic books. First panel, you'll see a little homage that Eric did to recognize Carlos Esquerra, one of the co-creators of Judge Dredd. And also a lot of X-Men titles that I like to read from the 90s with the big pockets and stuff. Anyway, when I was thinking about what to write for this anthology, seeing about the idea of fortune and how far are people actually willing to go to obtain the fortune that they're seeking. And is the fortune worth compromising everything that you stand for? And I thought it'd be perfect to use a bounty hunter trying to make a living in a dystopian future. Some story ended up meaning quite a lot to me. Some aspects from my personal life, as they do with a lot of writers, they just kind of snuck in. It was also my first attempt at writing something other than epic fantasy, and it was a really fun challenge. I discovered 6x6. It was rather incidental and a bit fortunate.
I get it.
Yeah. I remember it's 2014. I went to the Tree City Comic Con. Just making my way through the artist alley, and then I see some guy at a table wearing Sam Spade hat. I just thought that was really interesting, so I went over, and that was the one and only John Keithley. Talked about his book Shivertown, his writing, and 6x6, and thought it was an interesting concept with 6 writers, 6 artists. And I decided I'd try my luck someday and submit a story, and this was the year. And as for experience with comics, first one I read was a comic book that my cousin gave me called Batman Black and White. Really good series, by the way. And ever since reading it, I knew I wanted to write comics someday, and thanks to Mystery House, this will be my second ever contribution to a comics anthology. Just wanted to say thanks for coming to the mini convention, and without you guys, none of us would be here right now celebrating. And thanks to Arik for writing and for illustrating and working with me and sharing ideas, and turned out really well. And this is the first time I'm seeing my art story on the screen, so it should be interesting.
Slide it in. That looks really precarious. That's not our mic, be careful.
All right. I'm Arik Grant. I illustrated Blood Fortune. For me, this project was like coming home. Way back in the before times, I used to do a lot of pen and ink, paper, comic type stuff for fanzines. And by before times, that was all we had was paper, pencil, Xerox copies, clay tablets, tree bark, all that kind of stuff. And so the opportunity to work on an actual paper copy comic was like a second childhood for me. So this was great. I heard I was working with Jake Scholl, and I was like, who's Jake Scholl? I haven't heard of him. So naturally, the first thing I did was I got on Google and started cyberstalking the hell out of him. And I found out that he writes a lot of epic fantasy. And I'm like, cool, epic fantasy. I can work with epic fantasy, sword, sorcery, very different from what I normally do. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I found out that what he wanted to do was more of a science fiction, Neo in the Matrix kind of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, I can roll in this. I can roll in this one. So it was a real pleasure to get to work with in a science fiction setting, and it's going to be a real pleasure to see our comic come to life on the screen for the first time. Thank you very much.
My father used to say that fortune could always be found in unexpected places. When I started working, I found that was rarely true. One only needs to know what and where to find treasure among the chaff. Made it to the waste system, Linus. I'm sensing a massive influx of power ahead.
Excellent work, Doss. This mutie's gonna make me a fortune. You'll get something extra too, of course.
Don't celebrate yet, boss. I love my job. Dealing with jerks like Linus, not so much. It feels good making a difference hunting, though. And making the streets calm. Going in.
See you tomorrow.
Once more onto the breach. When I'm in the system, the metal and gears inside me don't exist, and I feel complete. That is when I know how to escape. It never lasts long enough. Whoever coded all this doesn't want anything getting out. What the? Can't be good. Damn it. Fighting dragons is not what I signed up for. Sure as hell not letting it know that. Computer, analyze creature.
Analyzing. 20 minutes left.
Hurry the hell up!
45%.
Time to sidetrack this thing
50%.
and avoid dying.
55%.
Try to, at least. Hurry up, you
60%.
stupid machine!
65%.
Really not in the mood to die inside a server.
70%.
Ah, bits!
80%. 85%.
At least I have
90%.
one surprise left. Thankfully, I never forgot my kendo lessons.
Analysis complete. Creature is a pixie. Stab it in the mouth.
Thanks. Hope you didn't malfunction. Let's get out of here, computer. Time to light the jerk up. You're sure a busy guy. Sorry for wrecking your code. Not. Where is it? I'm not in the greatest mood, so don't waste my time. Your stupid dragon almost killed me. Slaying dragons I can live with. People, I hate it. Less money, disgusting mess, and a dirty feeling.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play stupid with me. Where's the mutant? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4.
Dad? Are you okay?
Is that what I think it is?
No, please, leave her out of it, please.
Dad?
I truly hate my job sometimes.
The hell is wrong with you? Do you know how many people will...
I don't care, Linus. I don't hunt children, even if it's for the government. I only hunt criminals. They should be halfway to the moon by now. Oh, and by the way, they don't extradite.
I don't care about your moral compass, jackass. I'm not paying you a damn thing. And I'll make sure the military never hires you to hunt for them again. I'll make you.
Goodbye, Linus.
Don't
Enjoy
hang up.
your fortune. When people think of fortune, they think of gold, jewels, guns. Me, I don't care about any of those things. My fortune will never vanish, will never fade, and I know I can always count on the fortunate few in my life. Time for vacation.